Hello, welcome to Paleo Greenbird. I'm Greenbird, and today we're going to take this mahogany obsidian preform that I made. It's a little bit rough, needs a little bit of touching up. We're going to finish it off and put some notches in it. So the first thing I'm going to do is grind. Just to get all the weak edges off. Let's see how quick we can make this video. I always say that and then they end up being like an hour long, but let's see if I can actually do some speed napping. Alright, this side needs to come off. Just trying to give it some shape. This is a really rough preform. The zigzag patterns are very pronounced. So I need to make sure I get this center line back where it needs to go. And then we're going to put some notches in it. Call it done. Pretty good. Still a little wavy. So we'll take some fine flakes off where the wavy part is. I'm missing my bucket here, so I'll move it back. Alright. A nice, good center line here on this side. So far, I'm liking this. I think we're good. I don't normally like working obsidian. It's so dirty and sharp. I feel like I track it in the house everywhere. Everyone gets it in their feet. They yell at me because it's my fault. Alright, so that edge, I'll just tighten this up a little bit, but this edge is looking like it's pretty well centered. What I'm trying to do. Everything in line with itself, where it wants to be. Alright, so this is pretty much centered, as you can see. Let's go to the other side. Wow, she's a lot of work. Yikes. Here, this chip off.
Guys, leave a like and subscribe on my channel.
You don't have your glasses on. Back up, please.
Leave a like and subscribe on my channel, everyone. Hit that bell notifications button.
Yeah, hit that notifications button, everybody.
Hey, Dad, can I clean the oven?
What do you mean?
Can I go inside and clean the oven?
No, go inside. We'll clean the oven together. Go inside.
I want to clean the oven.
So I'm going to grind this off. Trying to just make this side even. Wow, this is kind of a train wreck, but we have to do something about it, so let's do it. Okay, to this side. Trying to find all my high spots. As long as they're going to give me my center line. I don't want to take them if it's, you know, if it's not going to give me a center line, why bother? In that case, I need to correct a little bit. But this was kind of a rough preform. I zigzagged it, and I think I zigzagged it while it was pretty thick. So it still needs a lot of touching up. I don't know if I'll edit this out or not. Who knows? But what I'm trying to do is trying to give it that same good center line. I'm a little bit, my center line is a little bit low on this, so I need to take some good aggressive flakes. And this is where I take the real risk of breaking it, to tell you the truth, because I need those real aggressive flakes. But so far so good. I'm pretty happy about that. Yay. Let's trim this bad boy up. Alright, so far so good. It's better results than I expected. I shouldn't say expected, I should say anticipated. Because obviously I'm expecting great results. Down here towards the base is still a little bit low. Take some flakes. Bring that center line up. Haven't even been checking. I hope this is all coming in the camera. So that's great. So I took this preform. It's still pretty ugly, but center line on this side is pretty straight. Center line on this side is pretty straight. So let's grind it off. Get all those weird spots that just didn't want to cooperate off. At this point, looks better already. I need to take some off the base here real quick, though. I got a thick spot on the base. Not good, especially when you go to notch. There we go. Yep. Set myself up with this other platform, might as well take it. Wonders. So let's sharpen this point just a little bit. Not that I can't do that later, but let's just do it now for the sake of getting a good form. Here's our point. Alright, so we've got a nice point. Relatively symmetrical if I do a little bit of touch-up work here. And we can always touch this up later when we're sharpening, but that is going to be pretty close to perfect. Nothing's ever perfect. I apologize, I'm not doing a lot of talking in this video. Hopefully, I mean, this is nothing I've never done before anyway, so it's not like it's groundbreaking revelation from me. Okay, so here we go. This is going to be our point. So the tip is pretty good. I mean, it's going to need a little bit of adjusting, but that's okay. We're going to do a bunch of grinding anyway. In fact, let's do some grinding right now. Getting off all the loose edges that don't want to be there. Just going to cause you problems. It's going to be a nice looking point. Just a little thing over here that has to come off. Good. Every time you think you're done, there's always some sort of thing you can do to make it better. So, this point here is pretty good. We can make these sides a little bit more even. We don't have to do that right now, though. We can do that during the sharpening process. I'll try and make them just a little bit more even. It's because it's my OCD kicking in. But you don't want to get too fixated on this. If you start working it too much and it doesn't feather, then you're going to get into a situation where you're just continuously reducing width from your point. Alright, so there we are. So let's decide, how do we want to notch this? It's pretty thick in the base. I think we're going to go for side notches. Let's go for side notches. See what happens. But we're going to start with this side. Flipping it over each time, because obviously every time I take my flake, that's making my platform. So I've got a little bit of a notch here. Okay. And I'm going to flip it over to the other side so I can ensure that I get the notch at least that far so it doesn't have a weird looking notch. And if I want, as I make the notches meet, I can always make them bigger. Although that notch is pretty decent size. I really don't need to make it any bigger than that. I probably should have stopped before it got that big to ensure that both notches were the same. Now it's just starting to get a little bit bigger, so I'm going to go over to the other side just to try and even things out a little bit. And I'm going to stop as soon as I get it even, because these notches are plenty good. This one should be just a tad longer. I'm going to drop down to my smaller flaker so I don't pop off that ear. But I feel like I'm starting to get a stall, so I might just stop. Oh, you know what? That's great. Alright, that was really good. Try to match those ears up a little bit. Do some shaping if I need to. Almost there. Hopefully this is all staying in frame. I feel like I'm taking a lot of it out of frame, but I'm trying to keep as much as I can in. Alright, so let's grind. Hear all that stuff smacking against the tarp? That's all really light stuff. Doesn't want to be there anyway. So if it doesn't want to be there, we don't want it to be there. If I have a sharp enough edge, I'll try and go into those notches a little bit. Just a little bit. As much as I can do to knock it off, but I don't want to change the shape of those. So if I can't fit the edge in there, I won't. It's not critical. Alright, so let's take a look at our point, because after we finish it, there's always some fine-tuning that can be done. So looking at this, I can see a little bit can be taken off of here. Maybe a tiny little bit off that tip, just to make everything the same shape. I'm use my small pressure flaker because we're doing just really fine work at this point. This is just itty bitty shaping. Just tiny little flakes to get rid of the stuff that's just in the wrong spot. Nothing major. We're certainly not driving flakes at this point. Just shaping. And sometimes you need a little bit of ununiformity. It's really tiny and you think it's going to affect the shape of your point, don't worry too much about taking it off. Try to remember, we're going for a point that is functional. You can have a couple of... Alright, there we go. So here we go. I'm really happy with this. So this is our point. Let's hold it from here. We've got our notches. They're relatively symmetrical and in line. Got a nice thin point. We can sharpen that to be razor sharp. We've taken off most of our deltas. So very cool. So I'm happy about this. Please let me know if you have any comments, if you have any suggestions, if you have any advice. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and please have an awesome day. This is Paleo Greenbird, and I'm signing out.